Hey everybody, it is Christopher Hussey and it is Blitz Day. The Kannaway Nation is on fire. I'm sitting in my office. You notice there's nothing on the walls because we don't really have a company yet. We launched March 1st and today we are just going to blow the world up. It has never been done before. Miss Brandy G. Sweeney is here. She'll like tell you if I'm not on the straight. We're going to do 6 hours. Like Google just changed their algorithm. They just did it. We're going to do 6 hours straight, a new leader every hour. Miss Monty Patterson is here to kick us off, and we're going to snowball this into absolute magnificence ending at 7 o'clock tonight. I'll be in and out to see how awesome you guys are being. Monty, rock and roll.
Awesome, awesome. Well, hey, everybody. So excited to be here with all of you today. As you know, Kannaway is on fire. We are just absolutely making history and making a lot of noise in this space. And there is a reason for it. The reason is because people understand there is a tangible energy here. You can feel it, can't you? There's a reason why you're on this Hangout today. And it is because what we are doing has not only never been done before in this way, but we are creating something that's so super special that I am so honored to be a part of, and I am honored that you are here to be a part of it too. We have a dynamic group of ladies that is joining me today on the Ladies First Kannaway Kickoff All Day Hangout call. You guys want to make sure that you're telling everybody, get on this Hangout right now, because we are here and we are going to be absolutely excited and passionate about what we are doing, and we want you to make sure that you get all of your family, all of your friends, everybody that you know on this Hangout right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing with these dynamic ladies what, I want them to really share with you why we are here, why we said yes to Kannaway, because so many people ask me, Monty, you've been in this industry for a long time, you've been doing this, you talk about it all the time. I tell everyone I've been doing this, able to be doing this full time for 15 years. I'm able to homeschool my kids and design an absolutely incredible life with my husband, and I love this. And so they ask me, why Kannaway after all this time? Kannaway is literally the perfect storm, guys. You're seeing everything that's happening on the news and the television, and people are ready for this hemp movement. It is the biggest thing I have ever been a part of and will ever be a part of, and that is what's so super exciting. But this is not Monty's show. This is a show for all of the ladies, and I am so excited to introduce them to you. And I'm going to start to my left. I see that gorgeous smile and that beautiful blue sweater over there. Miss Brandy, the Google Hangout Queen, is with us, and I am so excited to have you here with us today, Brandy. Why don't you first start off sharing with everyone why you said yes to Kannaway, because you are a successful woman. Power just exudes from you, and I want you to tell the ladies why you said yes to Kannaway.
Well, I think, you're excited. Talk about your excitement and your smile, so thank you very much. I'm very flattered and humbled. I have never, ever in my life done network marketing. I had never really had any desire to, nothing to, again, I have businesses in marketing and public relations and that kind of stuff. But when this came out, there was just so much about it. Two of my friends came to me and, really talked about, it being life-changing. And I'm a research hound as a marketer, so I really started to do a lot of research about CBD, the effects that it has on people. I've seen a lot of people have, issues, and it just started to take off. And then somebody had recommended read The Emperor Has No Clothes, and it's just been exploding. And I think we always have known, intuitively that there's something to that. They wouldn't have made it, medical, but this piece of it, and again, I'm not a professional at this, what really made me very excited about this was, the company, the organization, the mission of it, and then the products itself, and then how it could really benefit people on so many different levels. So that's what really got me fired up. And then, of course, people like you.
Awesome, awesome. I am so excited to have you here. I remember when we first met and first connected via social media, I'm like, that woman is awesome. So happy that she's with us, because that's what it's all about. This Ladies Hangout is really about letting you know that women from all walks of life are here, from baby boomers to the young, to the women who are just getting started in their careers, to stay-at-home moms, to women in corporate America. They all understand what we're doing here, and they all want to be a part of it. And I'm so excited to have you with us. And I want to introduce the next lady here. I'm looking at her, and she's been a wonderful friend of mine. We have been in a couple of opportunities together. Her name's Gina Watson, and Gina is just an incredibly passionate woman. I mean, you should see the 28-year-olds and the young people that she's attracting to her team, and they are absolutely on fire. And I tell you, I've never personally seen Gina as excited about anything as she is about Kannaway. I'm telling you, she is absolutely pumped up, and I hear from her every single day. Monty, I got this, and Monty, I got that. It's super, super exciting. Gina, tell everybody a little bit about yourself first and why you said yes to Kannaway.
Okay, thanks for inviting me, Monty, because, yeah, this is really hard for me. I was telling the guys before we started, I'm having trouble sleeping. And I know a lot of other people that are getting involved are too, but I'm going to calm down, and today I'm not going to tell you I'm old like I did the other night. The reason I feel old, and I am older, but I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis about 22 years ago, and I have two adopted sons, and my first husband died about 22 years ago, and that was when I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So I basically raised my kids myself, but I did get remarried, and I have a wonderful husband now who also has 2 sons. We've got 4 sons, and we've got lots of grandgirls and 1 grandson. So I'm very busy. But I've always been interested in multi-level business, mostly because I wanted to stay at home and raise my kids. I didn't want the typical 8-to-5 job. And I actually have a tailoring business that I started when the kids were young, and 35 years I've been doing that. So I am in contact with a lot of people every day. And it's just sort of natural for me to be talking to people. But again, because of wanting to stay at home, that's why I chose multi-level. When you sent me that initial email about what this product was, I, as you know, immediately was interested. I came home from an event that day. I had been on your first conference call late because I didn't want to miss anything. Told my he's 32 now, 32-year-old son that I might be getting involved in a business with cannabis. He kind of looked at me funny, went to tell my husband, and he had a million questions, so I called you immediately, and we had a nice conversation. I don't want to really delve into a whole bunch of stuff because I know we're short on time, but I just want to tell everybody that, you know, you don't have to be anybody special to do anything with a business like this. If you know that you have something that you are passionate about, you talk to people. You just automatically talk to people. And, you know, we're not trying to sell anything. One thing that I want to make sure that I tell my team is build a relationship with people. Don't automatically try to sell them something. You have to be personable with people first. And once you get to know them a little bit and know what they need in their life, that's a perfect opportunity then to tell them how things are going in your life. And that we all know we're anxious. I am literally talking to Monty every day, sending her messages. Okay, we know it's going to launch in 2 days. When do we actually get this product in our hands? Because people are so anxious. It's quite obvious by the numbers. I don't know. Does anybody know what the numbers are right now? It's unbelievable how many people are, just because they know what the company is going to be providing, are already interested before the company even has launched. So like I said, Monty, I could go on for a long time. I'm gonna try to. Awesome. Thanks for having me.
That's great. I'm so glad that you're here. And, you know, it's so true, you know, when you first tell people what you're involved in, their first thing is to say, huh? But then when you explain to them exactly what we're doing, then they're like, oh, you know, at that point they want more information. They want to know how they can get involved. And as you can see from the numbers, we are just absolutely on fire with it. Now, the next dynamic lady that I want to introduce is Leticia. Leticia actually messaged me, was it yesterday, Leticia? I think it was.
Yes,
and she was, you know, had been on one of our hangouts and was really excited based on what she saw. And I really wanted to connect with her and to have her share a little bit about herself and why she said yes to Kannaway, because at the end of the day, women, we pretty much do things very similar. We tend to go from the heart. We tend to make decisions that are emotionally based and you know, that are mission centered because we want to make a difference. And so, Leticia, tell us a little bit about yourself. And I know that you said that you're a mom, and we wanted to hear a little bit about yourself, what you do, and why Kannaway was the answer for you.
Yes, I'm a mom of an 11-year-old son.
We can't hear you. Oh, go ahead.
Can you hear me? I'm okay?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay. I'm a mom of an 11-year-old son, and I've been fortunate enough, after being laid off by the federal government, to realize that internet marketing was a great opportunity for me. I've also been an entrepreneur since 1998, and my format and what I believe is to help people start a business. I believe in the current economy that we have, you have to start something somewhere. And I have never, ever promoted a particular MLM. But once I saw this particular opportunity, I went bananas. I could not resist to put out to my clients and my friends and my family immediately of this opportunity. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. And I would tell anyone that is watching today, do not hesitate. Do not think this out or second guess this. Sometimes you have to be motivated on faith alone. When you see the news, when you see the media, go to mycbdresearch.com if you're not familiar with CBD, if you're not familiar with the benefits, and do your own research. We'll research and go on faith for other things that could not possibly change your life. But this is not only a product that has the capability of changing your life, but this business alone has that same possibility. When you have something, which I've been telling people is a blessing, that is put before you, that people are giving, we're giving it to you right now for free. What are you waiting for? If you walk away from this opportunity because you're unsure, you don't know, you don't want to take 5 minutes to go to mycbdresearch.com and find out about this opportunity, I can't even feel sorry for you, because you're going to walk away from what could potentially be life-changing. We are making history now. I've never seen a company before, and I've been into, you know, the internet marketing field for a minute now, that has accumulated the attention that it has gotten. When you can get 16,000 people in 7 days just by knowing what the product has to do with. It hasn't officially launched yet. This is a movement, and you have to be a part of this. If you don't, you will regret it. So after, you know, I saw this opportunity, I knew I had to be a part of it. I feel fortunate. I feel blessed. And I will tell everybody that's on this call, go back to the person that you got this information from and sign up before your time is up. Tomorrow, your time is up after that.
Absolutely. There's no other way to tell them than to just lay it down, right? You just lay it down.
Thank you.
I want to hear next from Brandy again, because Brandy is just one of those people that, you know, I've been following her ever since we connected on Facebook, and, you know, she's one of those people that she's very outspoken and to the point, and you understand exactly what it is, and it is what it is when you're dealing with Brandy. And it's so much fun because, you know, as a woman, it's fun to see a woman that stands in her truth. And there's so many people that, you know, are questioning, well, why would you do this? And why would you have your reputation attached to this? And my answer is, why not? It, to me, is my conscious obligation, or my moral obligation in a sense, to share this message and to share this truth, because this wellness movement is bigger than any of us. And as we can see, Kannaway in and of itself is taking on a life of its own. And I was talking to our CEO one day, Jeff Rogers, and he talked about force trends. And he said a force trend is something that is going to happen whether you participate or not. So we are already seeing, for those who are sitting on the sidelines, as you said, Leticia, it is happening whether you like it or not. So I know a lot of women are looking for something else to do. They're looking for, you know, a career shift. You know, maybe they have, like you were saying, lost their job, Leticia. Maybe they have, you know, they're wanting to do something different, but they, you know, don't have the courage to leap and go for it. Brandy, I know that you are a woman of empowerment. I can just see it. There are some things that just are what they are. What would you say to the woman who's like, you know what, I'm not sure, or maybe, you know, I feel like I need, you know, a little bit more information. Now, I know Leticia told everyone to go to mycbdresearch.com. I definitely encourage you guys to do that, because we are literally a hemp lifestyle company. You know, we're going to have, you know, anything that you can think of with CBD rich hemp oil. What do you say to the woman who's watching right now who's saying, you know what, I'm looking for something different? Brandy, what should I do, and why should I say yes just like you did to Kannaway?
Well, yeah, I think, you know, thank you for the compliments. Yeah, I'm known for speaking my truth, whether you want to hear it or not. So, yeah, you know, I think that's, you know, that is a big, you know, well, I think it's multifold, right? You know, as any entrepreneur, whether that be male or female, I know we're doing the ladies only, but male or female, you know, as an entrepreneur, you have to be behind something that you really want to be a part of. You know, something that is going to change people's lives, that are going to empower people to live a better life. And as a serial entrepreneur, you know, I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years, you know, and it is, you know, I think that I've learned through time to really, like, the forced trends, you know, why would you not do this? And to me, you know, Leticia spoke to this as, like, it's just a no-brainer. Like, you can sign up right now, whoever sent you here right now, you know, go ahead and just sign up. You've got nothing to lose at this, you know, and then you're a part of the community. You'll start to feel the buzz and the, like, you know, and then you're sitting here me flattering me, but, you know, like, this big, huge community. There's a 6-hour hangout. Who does that? They've been doing hangouts nightly. They're really supporting everyone. It's just really exciting to be a part of a tribe. As an entrepreneur, you're kind of a lone island a lot. So you're out there kind of flailing, looking for a life raft sometimes. You know, I've failed as many times as I've succeeded. You know, fall down 8 times, get up 9. But when you're a part of a huge community and a huge movement, and you feel that support, and then on top of that, the product being so profound and so life-changing and legal in 50 states, you know, and like you said, you know, they've hinted at products, and I can guess, I don't know for sure because I'm not on the inside of what the products are going to be, but I think it's going to be, I think the guys were talking about, there's going to be like 70 products. So we're not just talking about, you know, the whole, you know, cannabis dogma, but the other thing, and I will say this too, because I always speak my truth, right? Is I've noticed in my newsfeed, I have 5,000 friends and a fan page and all kinds of stuff. In my newsfeed, even people not associated with Kannaway, hemp is all the buzz. I have seen more YouTube videos, hemp, you know, different, you know, like Sanjay Gupta and his videos. It's really, you know, it may kind of be like in the last 20 years, we kind of got sold a raw deal on, you know, what hemp and cannabis can do for you. And I think that people are really starting to wake up to, there are a lot of benefits to it, and that we really need to be a part of that. And so that's really what made me excited. One, being a part of a community, being supported tremendously, a huge product that is going to change the world. The way that this company is structured as a entrepreneur, internet marketer, marketing, public relations, those are all my background, strategic development. The way that this company is positioned is also a no-brainer. So to me, it's just, I don't know why you wouldn't. Like, I can't think of one reason why you wouldn't. When my 2 friends came to me, I was like, yeah, right now, where do you want me to go? And, you know, and then, like I said, then I did my due diligence as well, though. You know, I did the research. You know,
yes.
So, but I'm more of a fire ready. Oh God, I forgot to aim. So why wouldn't I jump at the opportunity? And then I don't, you know, nobody's forcing you to stay in it. So you have nothing to lose. You know, if you find out it's not for you, which I don't believe you're going to, yeah, but if you do decide later on that it's not, then, you know, there's no loss at this point. You know, I mean, it's not like when I invest in companies, I spend, you know, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on a marketing budget and watch it crash and burn. Yeah, you know, that's a loss. That's a hit. You know? Yeah, absolutely. As much as I put into it is what I'm going to get out of it as well. And then the community, to me, the community is really big. So. Yeah,
absolutely, and we're seeing, oh, you know, and I could listen to you for hours, and I love your passion. And that's one of the things I was thinking about. You know, we're gearing up to tomorrow. Well, March 1st. We have until tomorrow to get people plugged in for this buzz launch. And then on March 1st, we are live. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. So it is super, super, super exciting. The time is now to get started and get involved. Now, Leticia, you shared something earlier that I thought was really profound. You talked about being a single mom, and there are tons and tons. I wish I even knew the number of how many single mothers that there are out there. And so many women and so many single moms are looking for an opportunity to be able to earn additional income, to have more flexibility, more time freedom. What is it that you say to those women, and why do you as a woman say, you know what, I'm going to do this, even as a single mom, even if I'm doing this by myself? What is your message to other single moms out there when they're looking at an opportunity like this? And the reason why I'm asking you that is because so many women are concerned about how much time they have on their hands. Do they have time to do these things? What is your message to them, and in terms of the courage to go ahead and make it happen?
My message to the women would be that we are the foundation of our home for our children. And if we do not set the pace for what our outcome of our families will be as single parents, what are you setting for your children? You have an opportunity to learn something that could possibly help change your life. And this is that opportunity. You need to take heed to the message. Look at the news. Certain things I tell ladies or people in general to focus on when you're joining any kind of business. The product. The product or the service is very important. We have that. Look all over everything, everywhere, all over the world. Everyone's talking about cannabis. Then the next thing is the foundation of the business. If you have those things, you will automatically do okay in them. You have a conversation piece by being a part of Kannaway. It will not be hard for you to pass the message on to someone about Kannaway. This is an opportunity that I cannot stress for so many people, that this can possibly change your life like you've never thought of. I encourage you, ladies, single moms, if you want something different for your children, if you have college children and they're 18 or over, you need to have your children signing up. You need to get your children on this right away. This is something that will be around and isn't going anywhere. We're just the first to tap into it. I encourage you to sign up right away if you're not educated on what it is, because it's not what a lot of people think. It's not marijuana. It doesn't have the THC that gets you high factor. You have to educate yourself. We go on faith for so many things. We go on faith that we will go to work tomorrow and we will have a job there waiting for us. We go on faith that that company won't shut down. We go on faith that they will have a check for us in 2 weeks. Go on faith for something that could possibly change your life, your family's life, for the rest of your life. What do you have to lose today to go down, click the button, sign up, and see what happens? Sometimes you have to go on faith for a lot. And sometimes the things that you go on faith for can change your life. I've never seen an opportunity like this for anything. And I tell you, if you sit back and you don't react to this, especially single mothers, if you don't react to this, especially the unemployed that no longer have an unemployment check coming in, or those that have one, but it could end any day. Look at what's going on in the government. You don't have that support. You don't have that net anymore. If you do not try to do something to help change your life, and when you put in front of a blessing such as this, I don't know what to tell you. You need to react today. I think you're on mute, Moni. Still can't hear you.
Am I unmuted now? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So here's the thing that I want everybody to understand. You're hearing the passion behind every woman here, and we are generally, like I was saying earlier, very, very heart-centered in what we do. And I remember a year ago when I first heard that Kannaway was a possibility. I remember what it was like when I first began to read about CBD, as in Charlie Baker David CBD. And when I read about it, and I realized that there is an entire system in our body that is built for this. We have, we are genetically built for this. And it was just an incredible finding. So I encourage all of you, go research CBD. You will definitely get as excited as Brandy, as Gina, as Leticia, as me, and all of the others that you're going to be hearing in this 8-hour hangout. You are going to just be on fire about it, like the 16,000 that have already said, yes, I want to be a part of this. You are going to be able to take this to your community and literally be an ambassador for this movement, for this hemp lifestyle movement. When I realized that there were over 50,000 uses for the hemp plant, when I realized that it is projected to be a $100 billion industry in and of itself, everything from toilet paper to vehicles to biofuels is being made from hemp. Our hemp is different in that it is very rich in CBD, one of the cannabinoids that is found in the cannabis plant, and it is phenomenal. So again, go research CBD. I want to first talk about, before I go back to Gina here for a moment, I want to kind of share with you guys the 2 products that we're going to be launching with on launch day, March 1st. That's coming up in 2 days. I am flying out to sunny San Diego, California. Cannot wait to get there for the launch party, to be a part of the festivities. I would not have missed it. And I believe the tickets are sold out right now. So if that tells you anything about what we're doing here and the excitement that we're building here, I believe we are absolutely already sold out. So it is going to be a powerhouse of energy all collected for this one mission. And so 2 products we're going to be coming out with on March the 1st. Our hemp vape, which is an incredible product. It is CBD oil, no nicotine whatsoever, no nicotine. So you're able to take the hemp vape without any harmful effects. Isn't that incredible? We're also going to have our salve, and I was able to witness people who use the salve. The salve is like an ointment. So a lot of people had asked me, what is the salve? It's an ointment, and this ointment is really, really awesome. It helps you just have another way to get CBD into your system, the CBD-rich hemp oil into your system, and it works great for pain and other things that may be happening. So I really, really, really want to get back to Gina, because Gina is a grandma, and I know she had just got she takes really great care of her granddaughter, Autumn, and I know that she, as a grandmother, and I wanted you to kind of speak to the women in your age group, Gina, and the reason why I wanted you to do that is because, a lot of women, I'm starting to see it. I'll tell you the truth. I was actually surprised at the number of women, no matter what age group, that were saying yes to Kannaway. I was absolutely excited, because I remember when I first reached out to you, and not only were you excited, you said, Monty, I remember you calling me and saying, I have to be a part of this, and your passion is exceeding the passion of some of the young folks, and that's super, super awesome. And so when you look at, every woman being at a different stage in her life, you being, taking care of your granddaughter and being, a wife and a seamstress, what would be your message to women who are, maybe later on in their years, who want to have an opportunity like this and are not sure about if they should say yes to doing so? I want you to send really, an encouragement, and then we're going to take a few questions from the audience who's listening to us.
Okay, well, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Gosh, I got to use my age again, because women and men my age have health problems, and they also sometimes need that extra income. So, man, yeah, that's going to be an easy one, because, unfortunately, when you get to be my age, and I know a lot of people have arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, in their younger years too. My mom actually was diagnosed when she was 22, so I grew up in a household with facing that. But, at older age, we talk about aches and pains and, oh my gosh, I wish I had something for this and I wish I had something for that. And I'll tell you another thing that I am very excited about is the skincare line, because I'm kind of out of stuff right now. I'm holding off buying anything new because I'm waiting for that skincare line to get rid of these puffy things here, and I don't know. I'm not going to point it all out to you because you see it, but I mean, you know, the young people have a totally different agenda than I do. And you know, the other thing that's kind of hard, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Monty, but I'm taking some little bit of crap from my friends. They know me, and you know, we talked the other night. I've never smoked marijuana. I was pretty naive about it when I was younger in the 60s. It was probably around me. I just wasn't aware of it. But they're teasing me, and you know, no matter what you say, some people are just not going to get it. It is legal. I'm not going to be doing anything that is going to get me into trouble. The CBD has no I can't say that word. Whatever.
Psychotropic.
Psychotropic, right. Sometimes this old brain doesn't work real good either. But, you know, sometimes it is kind of hard to talk to people. They don't understand. But you know what I say to that? It's okay. Walk away. I mean, I don't have to try to convince anybody. The main thing that's going to happen with my situation is once I'm able to start using these products, the research has been done. I am convinced that I will have a better lifestyle, not only financially, but health-wise. And then it'll be even easier for me to talk to people, because when you have firsthand experience, you know, and that's what's so incredible with all these products. We have that many people that are on faith, you know, trusting that these products are going to be good products. And again, you know, you do the research, it's all there. We all know. I've had people tell me for years that because of my health issues and my arthritis that I should smoke marijuana. It would help me. So it's pretty much a given fact that everybody knows that there are some good effects with the CBD, and it's all over the internet. Like Brandy was talking, there's just everybody's talking about hemp now, and there's a movement. And with the Farm Bill being signed, and what Christopher Boucher being on the Hangout last night was incredible history of what's happened to hemp over the years. And so we're at the beginning, and you know, right now, whatever you're doing, get on your cell phone, get on your home phone, call somebody and tell them to get on the Hangout, because once they hear what's going on, they're convinced. I mean, I'm sure of that. So
yeah, you know, you're so right. And one of the important distinctions, you know, people ask this question, you know, is it one and the same? And no, it is not one and the same. You can go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or even your local grocery store to buy hemp oil, and ours is a CBD rich hemp oil. That is the difference. We are able to have more CBD in it than others that you find on the market. In fact, we've won the Cannabis Cup, the World Cannabis Cup, and we just won in Los Angeles. So kudos to our parent company. That is absolutely awesome. And so, yes, that's the reason why our product is legal in all 50 states, because we have CBD-rich hemp oil, and hemp oil you can find anywhere across the country. So it's very, very exciting. And you mentioned something super exciting, Gina. You mentioned the skincare line. I want everybody to know we're not going to release that until April 1st, but it is coming, ladies. It is coming. It is coming. And it is super exciting. I was able to meet Janelle Kim, the formulator of the product, and she is masterful at what she does. It's not going to contain any water, just pure product. And talk about anti-aging. Talk about the ability Oh yeah, talk about the ability to have CBD on your skin every day. There were people when I was in San Diego the last time, and I didn't know that they had been, already using it. And I was really noticing, and some of them were guys actually. One of them was our CEO, Jeff Rogers, and I didn't know that they had been already using it. And I thought to myself, like, their skin is glowing. Their skin was literally glowing, and I could tell that, I knew that they were using something, but at that time, I didn't know that that they had been, testing out the product. And I'm telling you, ladies, when we get a hold of that, talk about getting hemp gorgeous. Oh my gosh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have a super announcement. Ladies, get ready to shout and clap your hands. We just hit 17,000 in Kannaway. Can I get a woo woo? Super exciting. I mean, right here while we are on this call, I mean, I'm telling you, I know, listening to us women, that you're out there and you're saying, you know what, I have to be a part of this energy. I have to be a part of this company. Like I said, this is going to happen whether you participate or not. We would rather your participation, because over here at Kannaway, it's all love. It's all love, and we are super excited about it. I want to come back to Brandy Sweeney, because Brandy, she's one of those people, when you see her face and you see her smile, I'm going to see if she's there. There she is. There she is.
I keep hiding. Yeah.
I wanted to come back to you just for a second, Brandy, because you do these, you're out there in social media all the time, and there have been, a lot of questions from people, about, well, exactly, what's the difference here? I know I just explained a little bit about the fact that we are not dealing in marijuana, and it is okay to have that explanation, to give that. I know, when I first put a post out on Facebook, one of the things that I said was, I'm going to have to step out and be brave and be willing to stand for something, and you live your truth better than a lot of people that I've ever seen. And for me, when I first got started, I put it out there and I said, I have to step out here because I have a radio show that a lot of people listen to, and I do coaching and I do speaking engagements, and a lot of people were saying, okay, Monty, what is it? Why would you say yes to this? Aren't you a little bit nervous about your reputation? And obviously the answer is absolutely not, because when you understand what we are doing, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes you say, I don't have a choice but to not only say yes, but as I said before, I couldn't say yes to anything else in this space once I learned about this. And so when you talk about living in your truth, that's such an important thing. So many women, are wanting to do this, but they may just be a little bit nervous. What was it that when you first began to live your truth and not, go with the status quo or what everyone else thought that we should do, but took a stand and said, you know what, I'm going to live my truth, live it out loud, and speak it, and be proud of what we're doing here, because what we're doing here is not only a good thing, it's a great thing. What was it that you can say about living your truth and being authentic, even with this hemp movement, regardless of what people may have as a misconception? Because I tell you what, I'm willing to tell them the truth and to let them be educated and to hear why we are saying yes, and not only saying yes, but are all in and open about it. Let's talk a little bit about living that truth as it relates to Kannaway.
Well, I think, a big portion of it is, I think, I was trying to rack my brain for the quote, first you're scorned, ridiculed, and then celebrated, right? I think that most people just aren't aware. So it's very much, we talked about this, as women entrepreneurs, a lot of times we do a lot of hearts, we come from the heart with a lot of stuff that we do. So, it's really just understanding that people just don't even know. They don't know what they don't know. So it really is, you talk about this a lot, as a moral obligation. I think that the general population, I watched some documentary on YouTube the other day where it talked about, and I think actually Boucher talked about this as well on last night's Hangout, was, what the perception of hemp and CBD, was 30, 40 years ago. There was a massive campaign, pretty much, downplaying the health benefits of hemp. So we're going through a new evolution, as we always do in everything, in business and in life and in spirituality and interacting with people, to come back into knowledge of really the benefits of all natural. We've seen the movement over the last, 10, say 15 years, with organic and juicing and, different things. We've gone through different phases of development through that. So I really, when I talk to people about it, it's really like, let's take the whole, marijuana thing, or even talk about that, because it's just irrelevant at this point.
Absolutely.
It's a plant. It's just, it has nothing to do with that. But, there's sometimes those terms, initially when you think hemp, you think kind of the hippie-esque movement. It's not that. And then sometimes cannabis, that's become the catchphrase for marijuana. But I don't know that I'm speaking to this medically or professionally, but I do think that it's really our obligation to help to educate and enlighten people.
Awesome.
More so than anything else, So I think that when you get resistance from it, or a little bit of pushback, it just takes a little bit of time for people just to understand what you're talking about. And so it's not that we're all of a sudden becoming these activists for, legalization or something. You know what I mean? Like there's some kind of, like that's
absolutely,
like so
absolutely. It's a totally different conversation. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what we're
is
going
totally
to do,
different. Yeah. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Sorry. Thank you so much, Brandy. And, as you can see, the ladies get super, super passionate and excited about this. What we're saying, guys, is jump on board. That's really what we're saying. And so so I want to thank you for letting us jump in here. And I want to turn it back over to the master himself, Mr. Christopher Hussey, who is here with us. Christopher, are you there?
I think I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh my goodness, the feedback we are getting on our side is incredible. You girls are, you're just so good. Thank you for so much. Thank you. Thank you for having us. We are so excited. 17,000, incredible. We are, I'm so glad that you could actually be here, and we started this first hour and 17,000. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. That speaks to the movement. It speaks to what everyone is super pumped about. We understand what we're doing here, and the passion is absolutely unstoppable. And so much of it is credited back to you, Christopher, and all of you guys there at corporate for putting this together for us, for working tirelessly, and to Sugar, who's doing her thing over there. You guys are so valuable to what we're doing here with Kannaway. We couldn't thank you enough. Well, the thanks is from us to you guys. If you are hearing this message, if you are hearing the voice, whether you can see it or not, it seems like we have a little issue with the actual feed. A lot of people can hear, but they can't actually see. Something's going on. So this was not our plan, but we're going to we're actually going to end the Hangout and really quickly get a new one, and we'll have our next panel, George Haber and his team, come in here, and hopefully we'll get the right connections and everything will be perfect, and we'll just keep it going. So, ladies, you're brilliant. Thank you all so much. Awesome. Thank you. Get on George's Hangout. He's awesome. All right, guys, we'll be back. We'll be right back.